Well, it's been a while. Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today's going to fight the A320, Fenix A320 in British Airways colours from here in flight from London Heathrow to Nuremberg. A flight time of about 1 hour and 40 minutes. It's been a while, like I say. I had to take a little break from the stream just to focus on a few things outside of this, and yes, fingers crossed. Should all be back to normal and should be ready to keep things going. So, make sure that everything's set up as it should be. I haven't streamed a little while now, so I don't know how it all works, but fingers crossed, should all go to plan. And yeah, might as well sad. I'm not starting to make it about 2 months now, so hopefully, again, fingers crossed, I remember how this all works, but should be pretty straightforward. A320 from Heathrow to Nuremberg, flight time about 1 hour and 40, and before goes to plan, we should be there in a little bit. Let me stream chat again, and once the last use that. If not, which yeah, I'll question my. And that's right, it's perfect. Right, jump in the cockpit and set everything up. First things first, batteries on, more power is available. Set the AIO switches to nav 1, 2, 3. VHF to 1 for reference. Feel free to stay off for now. It's not power exactly, it's fine. Argon lights. Activate speed, strobe lights to auto. Wing lights stay off, nav lights position 1, and that should be all right now. Cruise power position on, and everything else is good. As we just go through self-test, we'll set up our tablet. So password, nice and simple, 0000. Head to Fenix, I'm just going to flight planning today. Live and pretty good, and yes, everything looks like it's a go. Yeah, thank you, Francis. I have had about mini FCU. I've been following it for a little bit, and hopefully I've got more to talk about in future streams. But it's a neat little project, basically a little FCU that sits on your desk. A320 style, of course, and that's just a flight sim with a little switch in front of you. Looks very interesting. Hoping to pick that up soon. MSFS running a little slow news. Oh, yeah, that's me talking, don't worry. Yeah, Blast for the Pass, Joshua, welcome back. Welcome to Dutta. That's a few other. Yeah, you're flight. Flights, yes, of course. Welcome, Sumit, welcome, Venkatesh. Right, flight plans imported. Ground services won't need to use GSX for that. That's fine. Mass and balance, we've got that from GSX it has done. And at the same time, we shall use GSX to load our aircraft up. So, we shall request. Don't like doing refueling only because sometimes some aircraft is a bit funny, but boarding is pretty standard. Press boarding requested. And we'll give the option. I'm the pilot, so I'm running the aeroplane, cabin crew, and passengers. Actually, do it the right way because the constant speed there now, which is a little here. You like the BA at T325 flights. Very good. Very good. I'll be at BA again at the end of June, doing a stopover from Frankfurt to Houston, Texas. Frame a little bit on the low side, but I am running fairly hot today to Heathrow.
Good evening, Al. How are you? I'm doing good.
As we're going, so we now shall load the aircraft in fast time and let's up packs once again. It's been a while, but that should be something well. So Heathrow to Nuremberg, BA 942, 30,000 crew, now flight time of departure in approximately 26 minutes. A320, 158 passengers, aircraft has Wi-Fi, no entertainment, that's our loadout, pretty good. No body music, but yeah, I've got British Airways safe briefing. I'll be at the lead with a manual briefing for A320s. Yes, the snacks, no meal service, customers are flight, and continue. Boarding, GSX should hopefully be playing with passengers in the should be playing with passengers jet bridge, somebody's a good way. I noticed that sometimes, very annoying. GSX, operate jetways. Can't do passenger boarding, which means when I try and brute force it, which I don't have, what's it called for? The Toolbar Pushback. So, note self Drawyah, reinstall Toolbar Pushback over the stream. Focus on passengers done now. After not. Looks good, head to the FMS, and let's start preparing our flight plan. C, that. Initialization going from Echo Dolphin Luma to Echo Delta Delta November. Yes, I'm going to FS Expo, that's all been booked, that's all going ahead. Be very good at that, very excited for it. Not too bad, Tasha, not too bad, how you doing? Moving to be at T5 tomorrow, because I presume that's on the IAG group, so it makes sense to keep them together. Interesting, they go out T3 normally. So just found out my audio slightly, I noticed that the volumes are a little bit out of whack. I could do that, and that should do. Cool, so flight number today is BA, or Speedbirds, 2 Lima Tango, IRS, Shadow Line. Crossing next today is going to be 19, cruising altitude at flights level 330. Next page, our 0 points to gravity, our 0 fuel weight is going to be, tap the camera. So back, heads to part performance, import everything from the load sheets, bring in the weather as well so we've got calculations to take off. Center of gravity is 29.3 and the 0 fuel weight is 60.2. 29.3. Block on board today is going to be 7.0. Next page, so completed. Ahead of the flight plan, let's look at our route. Starting off with Detzling. From Detzling, we fly the Lima 6 airway to Dover, Uniform Lima 9 to Conan, Uniform Lima 607 takes us to 30. Direct then to Matug. From Matug, we then fly direct to Hubats. Then it's direct to Etolu. Then it's the Zulu 723 airway, taking us to Comib. Then it's Tango 193 to Ertis, and then that was the destination. So let's do that. That looks good. Double check for ATC today. As it stands, nothing at Cooper, is fine. So we shall set around that time for Nuremberg. Right, so on paper, flight plan part today is Destiny 1 Juliet. Now on runway 09 right.
Unless you're in the front row, please place all of your items in the overhead bin.
If
you have any trouble finding a location for your carry-on items, please let a flight attendant know and we will be happy to assist you. After you put your carry-on items in the overhead bin and it is full, make sure you close it as a courtesy to other passengers. Also be sure that the aisle is clear and sit down so that way other passengers can get by you. If you're seated in an emergency exit row, please review the exit seating responsibilities and the safety card provided for you. Please make sure that you are able and willing to perform these actions. If you're not, please let a flight attendant know so that way you can be received.
So V1 on 158, rotate 158, V2 158.
But we ask that once we depart from here, put away any laptops or tablets.
Tell me if you stats free for takeoff. That's free takeoff does not sound right, I must admit. No, we're not going to do that, that's for sure. So what's our weight? Total weight. The takeoff weight is 68.1. The maximum is 78. So I don't know why it's giving me a collapse the reconfiguration takeoff. We'll go 6 and flaps 1, but 158, 158, 158, even though that's a bit high to be fair. Sasha, I have seen the ATR, and I will fly at some point, yes. I'll definitely be flying the ATR, don't you worry. What did we say? Okay, we'll go for 138, because that's way too high. 138, 139, and V2, V141, 142. That's 1 for takeoff, down, I accept 0.2. And flex temp is gonna be 66. There's that. RS is aligned, so I'm going to have to charge to off quite fan. Step, 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 step. Everything's okay, nothing broken yet. And there he takes some ventilation, that's fine. Cool. That's that. Zoom back in a bit. Right, let's get our ATS information. Let's have a listen to our weather.
Winds 040 variable 360 to 080 at 10 knots, visibility 10 kilometers, temperature 17 degrees Celsius, dew point 10 degrees Celsius, altimeter 1025, few clouds at 2,800 feet. Winds 040 variable 360 to 080 at 10 knots, visibility 10 kilometers, temperature 17.
So, winds are 040 at 10 knots, nice and calm today. Temperature is 17 degrees Celsius, quite warm at the moment. Yes, it's quite cold though, so nice to heat up. Visibility is plus some kilometers and altimeter of 1025. So a bit of high pressure as well in the area. That. Set that. And it sets back up. So that's while we're at it. That's all set. Grab our departure charts for Heathrow. So it's going to be the Destin on GVX. Open the charts. Initial climb for us today is going to be 6,000 feet. And then that's a departure just out to the east from Heathrow. So 6,000 feet set. Speed and altitude and heading all staying on the aircraft automatically, which is great. Flight directors are on. Autopilot don't need to take of course, and everything else is looking good. Right, I'm happy with that. Aircraft has been loaded, although GS taking a little bit longer to finish. So we shall let it do its thing. As soon as GSX happy, we're going to get ourselves out of it. There you go. That's our calculation. A20 Nuremberg, that's distance. That's time for departure. Chops currently on. Nuremberg 8508. Lots of information that. Fuel pumps, or fuel already loaded, so we can turn on the fuel pumps. Most of the T1 puzzles come on as well, pushing a bit earlier. That should now be everything. Big up on the engine ready to start up. Warning lights, no need. Bad lights, system 1. Everything else looks good. Cool. I'll start the APU then. As soon as we are ready to push, straight onto the aircraft power. Greetings, hi Kim Albania, how are you doing? Welcome to chat. We've been so long, Edo. I had to take care of a few things outside of streaming, so yeah, I've been busy. I've been busy. won't just wait. There we go. Cool, ground crew is now finished. So they're clearing away the aircraft. Confirm again there's no T at the moment. Slash and voice span. You're just going to get blocked on Twitch as well, so please don't do it. Not for the first stream back. Of course, that's
Good evening,
looking
ladies
good.
and gentlemen, and welcome aboard flight 942 with service to
Back to the
Germany.
passengers ourselves,
Our
don't we?
flight
So
time
let's have a
will
bit of
be
their introduction
roughly
and then
1
we'll go
hour
through the passengers
and
ourselves.
15 minutes. Now that the cabin door is closed and your large devices are now shut down and stowed, please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in a full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, prepare cabin for departure.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. For this British Airways flight 669 from. Actually, going to cancel that. 669, so that's what I'm looking at through in real life to go to Vienna. Actually, 942. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard this British Airways flight 942 from Heathrow to Nuremberg. Flight time today of 1 hour and 45 minutes. Just about to prepare the aircraft departure, and shall be on the way very shortly. So far so good with the weather, it's looking nice and clear on departure, may get a few clouds over Europe, but should be nice and clear in Nuremberg, with a temperature right now of around 19 degrees centigrade. We thank you to British Airways, we hope you enjoy your flight with us today, and we hope you sit back and relax. Any help today, our cabin crew on board will be able to give you some assistance. We've got for additional services, that's a general message, okay, that. Positive desk general, back to the cabin. Request cheap ground power units, soon we'll get lavatory and water. Interesting. Okay, how do I go back? Okay, just turn the button, fair enough. Right, so, order completed, we're all happy, prepare to push back and departure. I go to Houston on the 21st, I believe, June 21st. APU is running, so make sure I switch over to the APU lead.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
On, that's fine. Door power off. Let's just switch over. And let's get rid of the ground power units from the aircraft. Fenix. Ground services, all vehicles secured. GPU off. Cones off. Review on the departure performance.
Departure check completed.
I'm using different numbers anyway.
Bypass pin inserted.
Yes, and Canada's going to Houston. I'm sure there'll be a few streams out in Houston. I'll definitely say a quick hello to. Welcome, Critic. Yes, it's been a while, dude. It's been a while. How you doing? Welcome, channel. Welcome to the chats. Heathrow scenery. That's going to be GSX doing the gate info in front of us. That's going to be GSX doing that. Right, I'm facing north on taxiway Alpha. I like the GSX menu. Very handy.
Locking gear.
Hang on, is there my left or is it my right? Is it my right? I've done the wrong pack. Whoops, it's the wrong way. Hang on, what pushback? Sorry, wrong one. Press push back on departure. I haven't messed it up. With it. Hopefully it shouldn't cause me any problems. I have just set it the wrong direction. A fragment release. Shouldn't be. Have I accidentally killed GSX? Yes, it appears I have. Cool. Manual pushback it is. Right, okay, head over to Phoenix. Ground services. We can do pushback from here, can we? Yes, pushback next to Tug. So this is like version of GSX Wasp. Should just do it for you automatically. Be it, I have. Alright, okay, cool. Activate. FlightControlReplay, GSX. Yeah, I should have Toolbar Pushback installed, but I had to install Flight Sim just for my little break, and I forgot to redo it, so okay, does Shift key still work? Cool. Well, it's safe to say GSX crashed out there. So it's our aircraft. We have to restart packs as it now seems to have diverting, which is very annoying. Menu, end the flights. Yeah, GSX now seems to be diverting, so we have to change that out again. Minus departure, if you go to 58. That's very annoying. Custom safe briefing, British Airways. Yes, no, no, no. Start that. As soon as push back, it will just drop passengers on board. Cool, right, now pushing back, I think.
We're ready to go when you are. On behalf of the cabin crew, I'd like to welcome you aboard our flight. As you find your seat, be sure to place your large carry-on items in the overhead bins and smaller items underneath the seat in front of you. If you have trouble finding a location for any of your carry-on items, please use the flight attendant call button over your seat and somebody will assist you. If the overhead bin is full, please make sure you close it.
I have slightly bugged out the aircraft and the GSX, so that's a great start.
Make their way to their
Have fun.
If you're in an emergency
Turn the
exit
plane.
row,
Right, so
please
we'll shift
read
key,
the
are we?
exit seating responsibilities in the card in the seat back in front of you. If you're not able to comply with these actions, please let a flight attendant know, so that way you can be reseated. Now's the time to get out any last-minute text messages if you need to, but we ask that once we depart from the gate, you put away any laptops or tablets. Thank you, and welcome aboard.
Great start.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard flight 942
right,
with
well,
service
sorry,
to
everything up now, so
Germany.
all looking
Our
good
flight time will be roughly 1 hour and 15 minutes.
Engine start
Now
up.
that the cabin door is
Engine
closed,
to
please make sure that all
start.
devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down and stowed. Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in a full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, secure doors for departure.
So we'll just do a manual turn once
Ladies
we're
and
ready
gentlemen,
to start.
please direct your attention to the screen for an
And
important
Terminal
safety
5,
demonstration.
so we can get our
Thank
seat.
you for flying with us.
Engine 2 starting. Ah yes, some flower duets. Classic beta demo. No longer in use, but still my favourites. Yes, I can do voice over ATC on voice over Unicom now in IVAO. That did that before my little break. Engine system active, and then we should start engine 1. So let's look on the high end.
We're now going to explain the emergency procedures on this British Airways
Cool,
aircraft.
it should be a little bit better now.
The captain and the crew are here
A
for
bit
your
loud
safety.
still.
It is important that you pay attention and follow instructions carefully.
Cool.
First, check your
Right,
seatbelt is securely
engine 1
fastened.
starts.
Insert the metal tag into the buckle and tighten by pulling on the loose end. To unfasten, simply lift up the metal flap on the buckle and pull up. Our flight, even when the sign is off. Your life jacket is either beside or underneath your seat. To use it, take it out of the container and place it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist and tie them securely in a double bow at your side. Inflate your life
Right,
jacket when you
engine 1
leave the aircraft.
starting. Should be stable
We
every
will
second
supply
now.
life cots for babies and life jackets for children. In the unlikely event of the aircraft having to make an emergency landing, you'll be told to take this protective brace position. But when seated facing rearwards in Club World, you must adopt this position. We will now explain how to leave
Engine
the aircraft in
1
an emergency.
is available,
Move
perfect.
quickly to the closest
Mission
usable
2
exit,
off.
taking nothing with you. High-heeled shoes must be taken off as they
Fuel
may tear the
page.
evacuation slide.
APU
Emergency
switch
lighting,
off.
including floor-level lighting,
Text lights
will help you
on.
find your way to the exits. These are clearly
And
signed.
let's use voice intercom for taxis. Mission remove 128.
There are 2 exits
The
at the rear of the
Heathrow
aircraft,
traffic,
and
Seabirds
2
2
at
Lima
the front
Tango,
of each
taxiing
cabin
to
section.
runway 09
The
right,
crew will now
taxiway
point out the
Alpha.
exits nearest to you.
That's down to 1.
To open the doors, move the handle in the direction
Quick
of
pre-flight
the red
control
arrow.
check.
Opening the doors automatically
Elevators
inflates the evacuation slides.
Set.
The slides can also be
Ailerons
inflated by pulling
set.
this handle.
Rudder.
Jump onto the slide and move away from the
Set.
aircraft. If
Spoilers.
the aircraft has landed on
Set.
water,
Happy
these
with that.
slides detach to form rafts.
Critical shear comes
As you
on.
leave the aircraft,
You.
inflate your life jacket by
Critical
pulling
shear
the red
on.
tag.
TCAS
If necessary,
standby.
blow into this
TCAS
mouthpiece
lit on the
to
ground
top
now,
up
so
the air.
that should be set
The
to.
life jacket is fitted with a light and a whistle.
So it's that.
Your oxygen mask is behind the panel
Yeah,
just above your
standby.
head. If the cabin air system should
Company
fail,
messages
this
received
will
and
be
APU is available,
released.
so the
Stay
message
in
is
your
taken off.
seat and
Cool.
pull the mask towards you to open your supply. Please note that the bag does not inflate. Place it over your mouth and nose and adjust the band to secure it, then breathe normally. Do make sure your own mask is correctly fitted before helping anyone else. In some areas, you release
can't
the
we
mask
taxi?
by pulling on this coloured streamer. If you're in a Club World sleeper seat, you may need to reach through the dividing screen
because
to
I still
retrieve
think
your
you've got
mask.
a
All electronic
taxi
devices,
to-
including mobile phones, must be switched off, and all headsets must be removed whenever the engines are running on the ground during takeoff, approach, and landing.
How do you get rid of
Please
the
ensure
ground
your
pushback
mobile
tag on
phone
a
and any devices that can send or
mess?
receive
Yeah, tag's
calls
not
or
connected.
text messages remain off
plug
for
is
the
that?
flight.
When
Any
it's taxi.
items with a flight safe mode should have this feature enabled now. Some electronic
Stop
devices can be
and
used
remove.
once we're airborne. Please check High Life magazine. Take care your hand baggage isn't blocking the
Cool.
aisles
We may
or
have a glitched out
exits.
aeroplane already.
It must be put under the seat
That's
in front
annoying.
of you or in an over.
The plug is definitely not there. Can't see it. Right, that's plugged. Is there a way you can force it off?
And your armrest is down. Please
Hoping
stow your
so, but-
individual video screen.
Yeah, so turn the mouse wheel to up, the wheel to up. No wheel gear is not turning.
Please ask your crew. We hope you have a relaxed and enjoyable
Here
flight.
again. No, Shift P just activates the pushback. We have to slew to the runway, really. Set the parking brake, good shout. So parking brake is
We're ready
set.
for departure.
Pushback tug is not going away. And I could just do a panel state ready, but I don't know if that messes around with anything else. It affects weight and balance. I'm hoping not. Once the engine starts, of course, I can't then adjust that stuff. Brake is set. Everything else is looking as you expect it to be. Okay, well, that's slew turn around, which is very annoying. I'm hoping though. Makes it jump as well, I like that. Right. Shift P, press it. No, that starts the pushback. Shift P again, that stops the pushback. Can't be done. Press again, Shift P. Pushback, starts pushback, can't click on that again. Shift P. Cool. Pushback is not working. That's a great start. Well, the pushback works, it just won't disconnect. Well. So parking brake released. We have the slew to turn. Don't really want to do that, but unfortunately I've got no other options. My only concern though is once we're on the runway, will that supposed pushback tug lock on the nose wheel during the well, lock us to the ground for takeoff. Plant
Please note
time.
the cabin lights will be
So
dimmed for departure and landing. If you require additional lighting, there is a
not what I want to do. We'll test in a straight line, see what we want to say. Fenix A320 pushback stuck. One thing suggesting shocks, but all ground services have been turned off. Ah, not available. It's not available. Why can I not turn the aeroplane even though I have got a nodal tiller linked? Once they changed it, control options. Let's see what they say. Search by name. Controller. Nodal steering axes. Okay, we have that. So what have I got input to these at the moment? So this is drone camera, toolbar. Cool, that's useless to me. If I went back to nose wheel, set the steering axis to that miscellaneous or functional surface rest trim. Validates. Not an axis though, is it? That's not an axis. No steering for the limit. What did that? That's it. So it's an axis. Doesn't recognise it. Does that do anything? No. GSX tug GSX just crashed out on us, so I'm hoping not. Yeah, it's nothing selected, that's all now resets. Decam showing nodal steering pin. Nodal steering disengage. Good point. Good spot there. What have I missed out on? Right, let's see what this says. Nodal steering lock. This means that the pushback truck is still connected to your plane. Ground crew have not removed the pin, so it could be GSX problem, unless it's the Fenix messing around. Hang on. Fenix tools. So tug is no longer available, so that in theory should now be gone. If I were to just kill GSX, well, I've got nowhere to start now. Just playing about. Controls, Captain Independent, of course, yes, yes, fine. Having things like flight visibility, unit fine, throughout information. Fenix plane graphics, yeah, so it's telling me that there's a tug attached, or at least knows what pin is still in place. There's a plane behind us, but because that's a bit of a delay, I might have to move out of the way. Problem is, I physically have no access to the nose wheel. No tug available. But yeah, it's showing that the tug is right there. It's definitely a Fenix problem. So Fenix is adamant there's a nose wheel tug on the aeroplane. See, it's not a GSX problem, it's a Fenix problem. So now when I push back, it showed me that there's a tug connects to the aeroplane when it shouldn't have been. Remove all failures in the FMC. That's the other one. MTU, maintenance, failures, back, reset, failures. Nothing showing. Ground service. Stop, pushback. Still showing the tug. What's APU? I don't need APU. Ground power. Stop. Pushback direction. Don't need that. Showing there's no failures. The ones listed here as failures. Secured. Big. Effect costs. Alright, so we'll just have to continue the slewing to turn, which is not what I want to do. But the main problem is, if we get to the runway and we take off, and it won't let us. Right, nose steering has been disengaged. And I can give it a go, the panel states. My only concern though is panel states, I know it's ready without messing around with our fuel and balance. Yeah, it hasn't, but the ground tug is still there. Restarting Fenix in the sim. Menu, maintenance. I mean, how do you call a maintenance guy to fix it? You can't, there's no issues with the aeroplane. As far as the airplane's concerned, it's just connected to a pushback tug. The problem is, you can't see such a pushback tug. Okay, so we'll just lose the runway. Don't want to, but taxing to the runway. No traffic inbound, look at the map, there's not. Taxi to the end of 09 right. All we can do is get takeoff go and hope for the best. set, so take off config max. Spoilers are armed. Take config test. Cool, take config normal. Throttles 40. Engines 1-2 stable. It's there now. Right. SRS runway. Manflex does not activate, so that's fine. 100 knots. One. Rotates. Positive rate of climb. Gear up. Gear not down. This is used to climb. And we'll stick it on those pilots. I have no idea what's going on with this airplane right now, why it's so adamant that there is the tug next to the nose gear. What I do know is that we'll probably have the same problem when it comes to landing the other end. But yeah, for some reason it's like, yeah, got ground, we've got a nose tug. Oh well, this is what it says. Which means that when we land, we have the exact same problem. There's no way I can figure out to remove that. Passing 3000. Cheap time to cruising at 2.330. Flight plan page. Company message, and lights are on. Do the message quickly. Thanks to AOC. Receive messages. It's going to be load sheets. We don't care about those. That's up.
Get out of traffic, EC2548 on London trade on taking up off in committed.
Yeah, I was going to talk about it. Sounds like what it was. Is that Hampton Court Palace? I believe it is. Yes, Hampton Court. Home of Henry VIII. Departure Texas, just to the south of the city of London. Good view of that as we continue our climb. Hang on, GSX once again, I think we're diverting. It's going to be one of these streams, is it? First stream back, and of course things won't go right. We'll continue to climb out to 33,000, so we can 6,000, there's traffic around us. Aircraft will continue to hold the altitude. Altimeter sets to standards. We're passing 1,000 feet, land light will come off, and then we'll, well, like I say, we'll have to figure out what we're going to do with the nose wheel gear, which is very annoying. I don't like it when things go wrong. Normally I'd restart the stream and go from the beginning, but on this occasion I think we'll just carry on as is. Safe to say during the stream, I took time googling the nose wheel steering disengagement, and see the way you can kind of brute force it. See, nose also frozen. It's only one of those days, is it? Oh no, we're back. Thank you to Tom for coming to sponsor. Thank you very much, dude. Thanks for the videos. Daniel, how you doing? Let's go, Drawyah. Well, I mean, everything else it's okay. It's just the nose wheel steering that's causing me problems. But apart from that, we should be okay for the rest of the flight. Should be the key word. Should. South, but it's central London. That's zoomed in. It would be much just here. Right, 10,000 feet, passing, landing lights off and retracted. And we shall reactivate the altitude. So ground spoilers. Probably time to see that something's in it, of course, because it's straight out of departure, nothing really to worry about on the way out. Will steering be an issue after you land? Yes, Adam, it will be. Nodal steering will be a problem unless I can use fuel quickly to figure out why the nodal steering is disengaged. Thank you to Tom for the fiver there, dude. Thank you very much. Late delivery fee. Nah, focus on your laptop money, dude. Focus on your laptop money. Just control options again. So I go back to miscellaneous. Nodal steering. That recognises it fine. That's also rudder axis. I can live with that. Or I might as well make. You make you. This is nodal steering. Okay. Nodal steering. Go back and go back in again. Let's just reset. It doesn't always recognise it all the way, so I think it's a right stick. Fine, right stick validated. That's that. And save it back. So yeah, it's just the airplane that for some reason thinks ground services there's a tug attached to the front. And that is the Fenix built-in tug. So any suggestions in the chat would be greatly appreciated. How's Harrison? Oh, yeah, he's alright. Not got one yet. I hope to get one next month or two. Well, sooner the better, mate. Sooner the better. In front of us, you've got traffic in front. I think that's a Eurowings. You have your WebEye. Yes, Eurowings 7465. In terms of flight progress, flight should be alright in its own case. It's just when we land and need to vacate the runway, we have a problem with the actual vacating the runway part. Apart from that, how are you guys in chat? Hope you're all keeping well. Good evening, Bowser, how are you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chat. How are you today, dude? Hope all is well. Yes, Max Jet, we're back. We're live, and we've got minor problems in that our airplane doesn't actually know how to taxi anymore. Nose steering is locked. Keep looking at the configuration of the release button somewhere.
On traffic, today 440 Mike, taxi to the gate. Taxi to runway 07, sorry.
Okay, so we can diagnose the maintenance now. So we'll leave that to do its thing in the background. Hopefully it finds a solution. As senior BAV person you have the range maintenance for arrival. Well, I hope they can do it mid-air. That'd be great. Let's diagnose. Next waypoint for us shall be Dover. So flight south line to south of south into Raynham's, Raynham Kent south of the river, Raynham Essex north of the river. Water is gone. There, 2 seconds. Getting 738 on Friday, very good. 737 by KMDG is great at aircraft, so I do thoroughly enjoy flying it. Yeah, great airplane, one of my favourites in the sim. Sorry, a drink of water. Cold and refreshing.
Traffic Station 547 over at Sierra Papa Lima, expect IVAO estimation 6. Now
that's up. Right. So have the C-dot signs off. Should be links there. The cancel diversion. Who did that?
Ladies and gentlemen, from the cockpit, this is your first officer speaking. Change of plans, we won't be diverting, but instead landing at the originally scheduled airport.
So things want to approach, but no longer thinks we're diverting, so this is a start. Hopefully passenger satisfaction. Let's pick up a little bit now. The rest of the flight is a little bit on a low. Apart from that, standard A320 cabin. No, we're not. We're still flying out. See the signs off. Yeah, it's beyond the 4 seconds of descending.
All Wi-Fi related tasks and stow any larger electronics.
Down below us now. Left hand side, you're going to spot Canterbury and Herne Bay. We're going to exit just to the north of Dover itself. Did they diagnose anything? No, they couldn't diagnose the issue of the aircraft. So for some reason, annoyingly, we have the nozzle gear pin in for the rest of the flight. There must be a way to manually get rid of that. Looks like Qtool. I think that's an option to restart it. And this person here has got the same problem. Here, so he's on suggested restart crucial. Shows though, I think right about Phoenix, not using the aircraft, I think it shows that pushback was connected, but the text there's no truck, which is very odd. I think that's the same problem they're having, same as mine in December. Oh well, it is what it is. I believe I'd see a press N pushback. An option. Nope, not gonna work. Tune the pump.
All traffic for Soleil 440, Mike, take off on 70.
What is about doing a flight in Brazil? I feel like I've done that flight. Sao Paulo to Santos. Yeah, I'm fairly sure I've already done that flight. Yep.
See your flight progress on the map and
Cool.
share it with friends to view live.
Alex, just like Volanta.
Get set for summer at B&Q with 20% off garden furniture, 20% off bar.
And welcome back to Microsoft.
Yeah, so yeah, Sao Paulo, still in the LATAM A320 Neo. Approach. It's a decent little approach to this, very fun to do. This is the smaller airport at Rio de Janeiro, where you have to kind of fly in down the valley around Price Redeemer and then back into down the runways. All on my hand. This was a lot of fun. Also, short runway, so be very careful about that one.
Throttle. 60 knots versus
Let's watch this one. There's a link in the chat. PAX does work with SimBrief, yes. So when it's out on the flight, I did use PAX to SimBrief to just load everything up straight away. I believe passing session looks like it's okay now, having cancelled the other version. Although of course this doesn't make any sense. Yeah, apart from that, so far so good. Continue with our cruise. Continue our way towards Nuremberg. Alternative, by the way, is Frankfurt. So if I can't make it to Nuremberg for whatever reason, then Frankfurt shall be our next place to stay.
547 established IVAO 0.
Think change your PC, 42 graphics card and CPU. Do you recommend? I mean, I watched a bit of Linus Tech Tips, and I must admit, Linus not too impressed with the 40 series graphics cards. They're a little
traffic for Soleil 440,
a little
Mike.
too powerful for their own goods. You don't really get the maximum out of it. So I'm afraid, looking for the 40 series card, it's not one for me to really give you pointers on. Not that I know much about 40 series cards. I've got my 3080, I'm quite happy with it, so I've never really looked too much at the 40 series cards, but based on the live set videos, no, they're not really value for money, not really bang for their buck. As for CPU, look at a Ryzen. The Ryzen 8 is pretty good these days. Intel processors used to be very good, but they've stagnated a bit in recent years. And if I was given my 11, then I'd happy take it. But yeah, the next CPU upgrade, probably look at Ryzen myself. Right, so we're at cruising altitude, everything's pretty stable, seatbelts are off, be against the approach. Flight progression looking pretty good, top of descent about 260 miles away. Everything near from us as well. ATC, I believe there was some controller at Nuremberg for us to landing. Yes. That's Nuremberg. So yeah, Nuremberg Tower is online. So we get control of the approach and landing. Unfortunately, that's my idea creative space. This course, because after my little break, it ran out after it was 2 months. So at some point, we're trying to push that back again. Stands to the south. Of course, we'll look at the Eurowings 73 as well. Now, they're on the traffic radar, so we can spot them. Zoom back in. And yeah, just behind us, 2,000 feet above us. There we are, control is in the background. The model's a bit too far. Right. Yeah, the model's a bit too far. I can't spot the model. There you go. That's no question again. We'll say the draw distance to MSFS for AI models ain't great. You shouldn't mind it being a little bit further, but you should be the same, do can you? Right, just flying over Conan now. As for landing, so it seems to be during the golden hour in Nuremberg today. Yes, Captain HW, we are back. What about the 2017 non-TI or TI and Ryzen? See, the Ryzen's a great card. That's what I pick up myself. But other than that, I'm probably 4070 TI or non-TI, decent card again. But the Microsoft Flight Simulator is a bit much, I'd say to myself. But yeah, how are you doing, cats in HMW? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chat. Hope all is well. About 5 can play for blocking them. We should stop at the end of the runway, Sasha. The only problem is we can't vacate the runway without using slew. Vacating and taxiing is going to be a problem. That we have to be using slew today. Which is a shame. Oh well. So there must be a button somewhere. Like they must have thought about how does one remove a pin if it's for some reason just jammed in the airplane and forgotten about. There must be a solution to that somewhere in the world of Phoenix. If not, they should add one. So I'm not the only one with the problem. Look at Reddit and the not Facebook, forum, MSFS forum groups. It's not a problem that nobody's had before. Very good. 2 plus plus to landing. Speed's good. Altitude's good. Everything good. At the moment. Also, of course, it'll just be screenshots manually, because you don't want to set up on MSFS. Can't take on a single monitor, like I explained, you can just do it built in the screenshot tool. This will be a second just to manually edit all here. That's it. Finalise, and then stick on Volanta. Should be 5 screenshots, I hope. Hang on, is it? As it started by slew as an ended flight? No, that's off the Heathrow. That was my last. Well, I was a flight a bit while ago. Chances are that was my last stream. Why have you lost all the screenshots? Oh well.
Unicom.
We'll just have what we've got. Message received. To AOC. Receive messages and debug ops. Send ADC Fenix see if play card complete tablet and update for. Yeah, I don't know what any of this means. I mean, for that setup, then yeah, I'd say the 47. I mean, the TI for any NVIDIA card has been a better option. I mean, if they sub the OC cards, they're even better. So my last card, the 1660, actually it was an NC I had before, 1660 NC, best graphics card I ever had. It was fantastic. Yeah. It's not cheap, that setup, but you'll be on Flight Sim, max graphics, basically it's the end of the world. Not a bad little duo they've got set up. Yes, but CPU right now is still the Fenix 600. At some point I will get it upgraded, but of course with my lack of streams lately, I haven't really found a need to upgrade the graphics card so urgently, so yeah, still got Fenix 600 in there, still cooking, still soldering on. But, still a decent card, never had a problem with this one. Cabin set flash up to 88% again, so it has picked up a little bit since the version, aka slewing to the runway. But we'll see how it goes. I've got one as well, have you? Yeah, it's a good little card. I do like it. But better than the old i7 3600 I used to have before. Was it 36 or 66? Can't remember. Yeah, so I've now got the AMD Ryzen 3600 cards. Ryzen 5 3600. My old card used to be i7 6600. So a 6th gen i7, which back then was great. Nowadays, it's aged. It's aged. Oh yeah, same here. I mean, the sim right now is running smooth as anything. Great little cards. Compared to the 3080, it's running absolutely fine at 4K resolution. Yeah, never had a problem with it. How's the frame rate for you guys on stream, by the way? Is it all smooth? Is it all looking good? Do I need to adjust some settings as well? Like I say, first stream back, which everything's running smooth and it's as expected. Smooth and as expected. Sim stream, good. So, have a little bit of cloud building up. Grab a weather report for Nuremberg, shall we? Still on ATIS, why not? It's going to be the ATIS. Slash isn't it? ATIS for Echo Delta November, Nuremberg. We're using the Captain 7 Aerosoft Nuremberg, by the way, for arrival. They've got CME to land at.
Winds 080 at 5 knots, visibility 10 kilometers, temperature 22 degrees Celsius. Dew point 3 degrees Celsius, altimeter 1019, sky clear. Winds 080 at 5 knots, visibility.
Yeah, and absolutely clear as anything. 5 knot winds. All is calm at Nuremberg tonight. Right, look at the expected arrival instructions for Nuremberg. So runway in use right now is runway 10. Pilot into the aircraft. IS10 and star. Anything on the flight plan. The flight plan is just direct. Last waypoint is Erties. We have an Erties arrival. We're going to Boda. Let's delivery and view house. Let's go over to the charts. There's you. Head over to the arrival information. Open the charts. Approaches. That's what, yeah, that's what we need. Right, anything from the northwest. With that, actually that fits quite nicely. Maybe the 1 tangos, yeah, 1 tango. So, yeah, I think we could go that's 1 tango for either tonight. Put that. Let's keep that. And discontinuities along the Y. You insert. Performance. Next phase. So I've already got the ATIS already written down. Winds. So the altimeter. So altimeter is 1019 up. Temperature is 22 degrees centigrade. Winds are 080 at 5. Minimum approach 0 ILS. Barometer is going to be. We've got radar into this one. Let's approach across C1225. Radio. Error. Okay, altimeter to barometer, sorry, 205. Stuck. There we go. Performance, let's take its space. 205 barometer. Perfect. 4 laps, laps landing, 1 fifth approach, landing at 131. That looks good. We've got the flight plan, resume again, do the plan, which is with a nice approach. Changing this map again. Stars for Dallas and Tango. So enter at Dodas, fly along the runway, make a southerly approach, and we're going to enter the pattern into land runway 10. Long haul, if tomorrow I'm not busy, I might do long haul tomorrow, I haven't decided yet. Plan, sorry, zoom in again, so if I go back to the plan, step by step. Yeah, if all goes to plan tomorrow, I'm not trying to do long haul tomorrow. See how busy I am. Yeah, so base and approach that, follow passing in, and then down to land. Of course, if there's no traffic around us, we can skip it at that approach path anyway. Cool. And more on that. It's nice to build up, well, tiny bit of build up in front of us, but nothing excessive. Rear wings still behind us, in fact they're always now visible, so just close enough just to view at them. try and test tomorrow. Very good. Best luck with it. Screenshots are ready as well. Welcome, Rossi. How you doing? Welcome, channel with Jack. It's been a while, dude. It's been a while, but how are you doing? Hope you're keeping alright. Flight plan, so next one's going to be Matog, if I go back to Palit. Top of descent right now is in approximately 1933 Zulu, so we're approximately 26 minutes away from descending, 26 minutes to go. Oh yeah, there you go, over in Discord, with there from Adam. Aircraft, hang on, get the buzz up. There we are. Not a bad view there for the flight. So the A320. Just train behind. Nice just from another perspective, eh? Pax has approached Asher because I had an issue with the taxiing. For some reason the nose will pin is still in place. And that's because the aircraft adamant that there's a ground tug still attached to the nose. When on the last check, ground tug was left behind at Heathrow and actually killed GSX because of a few glitches as well. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on with the nose wheel, but it's just adamant that it's stuck at slew to the runway. Of course, slew. GSX, Pax doesn't like slew too much, of course, it just cheats with flights. Yes, PMEG now have been sent to the next box, so finally console users can get their hands on the 7.3, which, good on them, it's a great little aeroplane, I do quite like it a lot. Very good aeroplane on a very good platform. It's now reaching Matog. Very soon, about 100 miles away, so make good progress on the flights. Top percent should be on top of the 160 radar very shortly. This one is slowly setting over Europe, but like I say, plan the flights so I could land during the golden hour, just sunset at the Nuremberg. Will I post 787 soon? Yes, Yordas, I should do. Don't know if I'll do it stream yet. Well, we'll see. I'm not flying in real life soon, flying British Airways back in Houston 787. And actually, let me go through my upcoming flights because there are some flights, well, I'm making a few flights of course next couple of weeks in June. I like to fly in real world kind of just around some holidays because of course that's when it's cheapest. So, as it stands, map for that. Oops, I've got to break the battery. We've got charging it as well. Should got the right places on the map. Cool, so in June I'm flying to FS Expo in Houston of course, and flying direct British Airways from Heathrow was about £860, which was way too much for me. So what I'm going to do is on June 21st I'm going to fly from London to Frankfurt with British Airways. And then I'll fly from Frankfurt to London with British Airways. And then London to Houston with British Airways. So it was £400 cheaper to fly British Airways with a Heathrow stopover from Frankfurt than it was to fly direct from Heathrow. Don't know how the prices work out, but yes, it was half the price to fly from London to Frankfurt, Frankfurt to London. Both the stopovers then to Houston. It's adding an extra couple of hours to the flight. But it's saving £100, so I'm doing that. Then I'm considering a day trip somewhere in the US. Of course, when I go to America, I try and do a few domestic flights as well, just kind of see a few more towns and more states. So I'm looking at Albuquerque, New Mexico as a day trip. So that I'm considering, haven't booked it yet. Then I fly back from Houston to London, British Airways 787. Also, the flight there will be a 777, BA 777, which is apparently their best for the economy class long haul package. Then, at the end of June, I'm going to fly from London to Burgas in Bulgaria, potentially via Bratislava for a day. Then in Burgas, I'll then fly to either Leipzig or Vienna. You forget the times for everything, but that will be done on a European air charter McDonnell Douglas MD-80. There are only two operators of the MD-80 left in Europe. There's European air charter, and then there's also a Bulgarian cargo airliner. But the MD-80 is an aircraft I want to tick off the list for a long, long time now, and finally I found a flight to do it on. So, if anything, if all goes to plan, I should probably book that tonight because I'm just waiting for a price for one person to get back to me. I was actually flying in from where are you flying from? Frankfurt. Got a mate who's flying from Frankfurt. Bring out everything else with them. Yeah, so I'll get. So depending on the pricing, it would be cheaper to either go from Leipzig or cheaper from Vienna. And yeah, that's the itinerary. And then of course, if I go to Vienna, then I can just fly a aircraft back to London direct. If I go to Leipzig, I'm gonna have to make a CRJ hop to Frankfurt as a stopover, then back to London, which is a bit more long-winded. But yeah, that's the plan for June flying. So I've got London to Frankfurt, Frankfurt to London, London to Houston, potentially Houston to Albuquerque, which requires a stopover in Denver. So Houston to Denver, Denver to Albuquerque, Albuquerque, Denver, Denver, Houston, Houston to London, London to Bratislava, Bratislava, Burgas, Burgas to either Vienna or Leipzig. From Leipzig, it's then Frankfurt to London, or from Vienna just straight to London. Quite a few flights planned. What's that I use? So, my spec at the moment, I currently run with a Ryzen 5 3600 processor with 32GB of RAM on an RTX 3080 GamingPro graphics card. I'm using the Thrustmaster Hotas Warthog stick and throttle, and if I use the 737, I've got the Thrustmaster Boeing yoke behind me as well. So this is not really useful. Yeah, so 787's used for long haul. That being said, I have been on an A350-900 on the short haul flights with a Finnair from Helsinki to London Heathrow. That was quite a good flight. Best add-ons for the sim, British Airline experience. I mean, for a freeware, FlightLive A320 Neo is really, really good. Playware, definitely go for the Fenix, and PMG 737 side of things. The short hauls, those three cover all bases. We're now 17 minutes from descent. 17 minutes for descent. We'll check Nuremberg Tower still online. It should be now that we're within an hour or so to landing. Yeah. So they've been online for half an hour now. We've got an aircraft inbound in. Well, two aircraft inbound actually within. 1940, 1920. Supposedly 25 minutes to landing. Those were outbound. Yeah, both my aircraft go up again because streaming. Where are we right now? We are located. Gosh, where are we? Nuremberg, inbound, from Tango. Oh, well, there's a. We're just literally underneath the Eurowings. If you pick one airline to be captain, what would you take? The A320 or A380? Well, given that the A320's got a long future ahead of it and the A380 a little more limited, probably the 380. I mean, you ask anyone, would you take a big plane or a small plane? You take the big plane, of course. Captain Joe, I know, left A320s to flight 747 with cargo ups because it was basically his only opportunity to have flight 747. 788's short haul in Japan, that's about it. There's short haul in Japan during busy seasons. They don't take us down to 73. Apart from that, though, you don't really find 787 on very many short hauls. Keep on flying as is for a little bit. Descent. Well, we've already planned out our approach now, so we've got to wait for a stop of descent and then very comfortable approach and landing when necessary. And of course, testing gate the slew. So yes, most pilots start off with short haul and long haul, that's just the way things go. But, say they get a job with Emirates or Qatar, they only have jumbo jets and long haul in their fleets, so those airlines will be straight onto big jets anyway. I'm not sure about the A330 yet, Captain Q. I must admit, with my little break, I haven't followed too much from that progress, but I know it's in development, it's on the way. So at some point over probably tonight, we're going to catch up on flight sim add-ons, releases and stuff. I know that Q400s, ATR came out, and hope you're going to start to stream that at some point soon. Because I've been on both the ATR 42 and 72, love the aeroplanes, so now I need to learn how it all works and pick up from there, I guess. Yes, 747 now been updated. I can't remember who updated it. It was a third-party developer that updated it, and basically brought it up to modern standard, and actually it's half decent now. Very good. It's now a high fidelity aircraft from default MSFS, which is really good. The approach path now. So I'm going to send on the staff, which in its entirety way to the airport, so that's not a bad little route there. Right, so top attempt planned in the next 11 minutes. Cabin has relaxed a little bit now. It's satisfaction, but we are behind schedule, so the delay message. In fact, let me do the delay message now, because of course we are behind schedule. Hey gentlemen, updates from the flight spec. Due to the slight departure delay at Heathrow, we now find ourselves about 20 minutes behind schedule, which means that our estimated arrival time is now going to be at around 20 local time 10 past 10. Local time 10 past 10. Temperatures around 22 degrees Celsius, so nice and warm, clear blue skies around the airport. Once again, I do apologise for a slight delay of 20 minutes for our arrival into Frankfurt, Nuremberg. Cool, oops, modified that, 28 delay, the traffic alerts. Right, so we've got ATC there, speak to, who is this? London radar north, 13565. Good evening, London radar. This is Speedbird's 2 Lima Tango, flight level 330, inbound Otolu.
Speedbird 2 Lima Tango, London radar. Good evening. Set Squawk 1000.
Squawk 1000, Speedbird 2 Lima Tango. Nice and simple. So you should now see us on the radar. And hopefully confirm it's already picked. The approach arrival information again. So it should be the Doda 1 Tango, ILS runway 10.
Papa Romeo Alpha identified, climb flight level 180.
Climb flight level 180, Papa Romeo Alpha.
Agenda beta went leaving beta's done. As it's in beta, is it testing? Okay. Yep, that's real human for control tile up. This is IVAO I use. I've not got it available, but IVAO is where I go to. So right now we're flying over London radar.
Speedbird 2 Lima Tango, speed 250 knots or less.
Speed 250 knots or less for Seabirds 2 Lima Tango. Interesting, with space down 250 knots at 33,000 feet. It's going to less even more, but my guess, traffic separation is now in front of us. Yeah, so we're on IVAO, which is.
Speedbird 2 Lima Tango, when ready, descend flight level 250.
Descend level 250 and ready, Speedbirds 2 Lima Tango. 250 set that, don't descend just yet. So yeah, IVAO, use to communicate with controllers. This is the map. So we're just open right here.
Papa Romeo Alpha, proceed direct Reckon.
And right now we find ourselves inside of London
Direct
radar.
Reckon, Papa Romeo Alpha.
Potentially, start something now. Yeah, we're 80 or so to do direct, so start descent, bring the aircraft down a little bit. You're in front of us, that will start the same descent as well. And that's level 240. Okay, because you actually pretty much level the control now of the aircraft in front of us. So at the same rate, same speed as the 737. I think they're going a bit faster than us now because, of course, they get some distance ahead of us to create separation key arrival. Right, speak to cabin once again. Ladies and gentlemen, updates from the flight spec. We've just outside Sentence Nuremberg and we'll be landing in approximately 25 minutes. Cabin crew will be doing their final landing checks very shortly, so these are the instructions as you prepare the cabin for approach and landing. Please use the toilets, please do so now, as we're very shortly still rolling and locking them for landing. Landing approximately 25 minutes.
Wing 7465, monitor Unicom, goodbye. Speedbird 2 Lima Tango, monitor Unicom, goodbye.
Over to Unicom, 12 Select for Speedbird 2 Lima Tango. Thank you for service, thank you, goodbye. So that's gone, this happens. Right, back to Unicom on to 800, so yeah, the initial bit of ATC had to fly through, but it's given us the start of our descent, which is pretty good. Sensing variants, I'd recommend either the 700 or 800. The 800 is the best selling, so most airlines fly them. 700 also very well sold and used by quite a few airlines, especially out in the US. A few European operators available, but I think the US is where it's most popular. But I'd say 800 top, followed by the 700, then a 900, then a 600. 600 I recommend the least, although it's a fun airplane to find the cheapest. I believe only 2 airlines operating now, because Tunis Air retired them in September last year. So it's now flew by Targ and Air Algeria. Hey Drawyah, about you to my friend is an idea. Very good, Captain Q. You just put me on the flying list whenever I go live. So as I've said, it is golden hour. The sunsets for us to enjoy as we continue our descent. We'll continue the starbase inputs as per the chart requirements. I might delete the coding waypoint, give it a slightly straighter path in this point. So if we clear comid, and then just give continuity, and actually give it a straight line in as opposed to a little bump. And have a little go. Samsung's well ahead of us now, because of course got some separation going with the ATC speed requests at 250 knots. We'll have to see off again shortly once we've gone a bit further ahead, or once they got a bit further ahead. For now, we'll leave it as is. As for altitude, at this point it should be cruising there a little bit longer, but we'll catch up with the manuals and there. Top of the glide slope, looking at charts again. Top of the glide slope for 10 is going to be 4,200, so I'll set up on the approach later. And then other than that, massive approach 10955, 095 the approach for that. 10955, 095, perfect. Have that up a let's open that as well for us, Nuremberg 145.75. So activate the what? Yeah, that goes towards the airport. Go back to the flight plan. We'll do some fixes at Echo Delta November 10. Radius One of these again is just top of descent. So it's 10 and 2. So 10 miles to the glide slope, and Echo Delta South November 10. 2 miles needs to be fully configured for approach and landing. There's 2 little cycles around the airport for us as well. Hope you get yourself a smooth landing, of course. Well, whilst it's landed in A320, it's gone under the the Blair law and the short final in. Loose. Yeah, we're pretty really visible to us now. That's Nuremberg City over there. The 737 there is. Yes, by way 3, still excited for that. Hopefully it won't take too long for it to release now. Progress looking very good. More than a way. Sub 200 feet per minute. I'll give it a go for sure, don't worry. I'm not going to slam it for the sake of it. I'll definitely give it a smooth landing a go. You should speed down a bit if you want to go around. Roger, London, gate up to 250, will reduce to 30. Right, there's probably ATC at Nuremberg, that we're going a little bit too fast still. That A320 10% below us, reduce that to 230 knots, which makes it even slower. Get your control back to the airplane. Control back to the airplane. What should we be at now? We pass the top percent anyway. 2 should be 310. 28, 27, 23. Distance from that. 9 miles, 5 miles. So yeah, that'll do. I don't know if the other aircraft's going to do the approach style or not. We will. Okay, create a cockpit. Just looking at my camera views off external. 2 seconds, and increase the speed. Oh, probably not healthy. What's those sounds? This does it. Oh well. Blue face. Oops. Sharp descent now. Okay, it's down to 10,000. So, well, my guess that they don't want us. Well, it's a long star, but if they want to try and get us around that, then yeah, we'll listen to ATC. ATC knows best. Biggest donation I've ever received. There was one stream where I ended with donations of about. It was a mental stream. It was these two people who just spent the entire stream kind of bidding against each other in donations, and I got something ridiculous like £800 by the end of the stream. Biggest in one go was about 250. It was mental. It's one of the very few streams actually. I think I burst into tears of laughter at the end of it. It was just so ridiculous. I mean, fair play to those two. Loved every second of it, but it was a lot of money for a single stream. Which version of AppInTheAir to install? It's going to be. I download the developer updates. Not always experimental unless there's a big update coming out with it. The dev update is generally stable enough to sustain a decent flight going. Which one was it? I think it was a CRJ flight, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Just adjusting the camera height slightly. The keybind for default, so I have to do this for now. Cool. And just the speed back to normal. Flight stats, I use FlyLive flight stats. Just top of the screen, FlyLive Studio. I'm sure it was either Frankfurt or Munich in that flight. So Frankfurt or Munich in the CRJ. Or it might have been Heathrow to Munich, actually. Yeah, that's it. Heathrow to Munich, I remembered. Any flight tips for enthusiasts who want to start streaming? Well, download OBS, get your system set up, and go for it, really. Make sure you've got a decent understanding of the aeroplanes you're flying. And yes, you start off with a few views at the very start. Now, I've streamed for about 4 years since I got a big break from MSFS. I took a big break from also recently, but keep streaming, keep things going, and eventually you'll get yourself a small viewer base, which will grow in time. Yeah, with any channel, you start off slow, you start off with relatively low viewers, but you build it up. You keep on going until you get yourself a decent view count, viewer base as you stream. Now we're approaching 20,000, so now I can jump. Go to November 425. Where's that? 425 is the end of this line anyway. And we get. So keep on descending as we are. We'll probably just jump to 124. Yes, definitely do the MTDU from the beginning. If you're starting with just the default aircraft and default menus, yeah, people like their realism. If you're decent fantasy people like, fair enough, go for it. But the more technically you get the aircraft set up, the better it generally is. Got to remember that the nose wheel steering is still broken, so we have to slew for taxi.
Johnny.
Sounds a bit fun on the voice unicom.
Franco, c'è Franco? Io niks Franco, Alitan. Ma Franco c'è? Presente, sì.
So what I'm going to do is when we get to 412, we'll break straight to 424. Delete you, delete this continuity, and hopefully that should get some altitude similar to where we are now. Should be at 18,000, which is fine. We're going to do some spoiler action. Oh no, bang on, green dot's where we should be. Good move that. The aircraft once again, control of our altitude, control of our speed again. 220 anyway, that's fine. Yeah, the aircraft's now in control. We'll set it to 4,200, which is the inset altitude for the glide slope. And that, now do the rest for us. Oh yes, I know the MCDU. I know what you're talking about. There's the 737. Hopefully the airport visible to my left hand side. Not yet. I mean, that's Nuremberg. That's the town. Airport not yet visible. Ah, there it is. Airport in sight. Tips for better MSFS videos. I mean, you don't need anything mental for. I mean, this is my life. I've got my social medias on the left, logo bottom left, chat on top right, and at the very top just the flight stats. Most of the screen taken by the sim. Even my webcam, small in the corner and out of the way, so you can see where I am. Hello everyone, but it's not necessarily kind of taking up the entire world. So keep it invisible, but have a little bit extra to kind of differentiate yourself from other channels. And again, it's kind of down to really personality. Talk to people, engage in chats. Yes, you'll start streaming with 0 viewers and 0 subscribers, but the more you stream, the more momentum you get. Someone will drop in one day, say like, hello, chat to them, keep conversating with them. The more you speak, the more you do, eventually the more who stick around. So let me just use panel lights up a little bit, because it's now getting dark in here. Panel lighting is, remember, again, 2 months started to set the A320, so got to remember what all it is. It's going to be...
Lufthansa Cargo 8290 Heavy in Leipzig. We are departing on runway 26 left.
There it is. It's down here for the flood lighting. That's okay. There we go. Thousand feet. Cabin crew, 10 minutes landing, 10 minutes. Activates the landing systems. And switch over to Nuremberg Tower.
Test radio.
Right, not long to go now. Not long to go. Student exceeded, that's fine. 230, 230. We'll go back to the airplane once we're at the let's do it now. Because we're above 250 anyway, so yeah, spoilers out, slow the airplane down. On speed brakes, brake sets to low. What's it called? FSR. There we go. Get a replay tool running. That's one. Now we're by spike. No diamonds in vertical yet, but horizontal is there. There we go. Equalizer active. Pilot 1, whatever. Approach active. Pilot 2 active. Good evening, Nuremberg Tower. Speedbird 2 Lima Tango. Established runway 10. Nuremberg Tower, Speedbird 2 Lima Tango. Just have 200 knots. How do you want to descend? In this case, ATC told me to descend, otherwise what in your flight plan? 10 miles. Nuremberg Tower, Speedbird 2 Lima Tango, on approach, runway 10, 10 miles. That's 2. Okay, so apparently the audio's gone down, so maybe on text. Put it down. Just have some approach speeds. Right, gear down, silence checked, cabin secure, spoilers armed. We're going to now drop the flaps as we continue. Got land clearance now, 070 knots, runway 10 clear to land. Just thought. Right, gear down, 3 greens, flap set, spoilers arms, cabin secure, pre-nation complete. Continue landing, shall we? Winds are nice and stable, nothing for us to worry about. Direction changing ever so slightly, but nothing out of the ordinary. $1,000. Sail approach. Continue. This was actually sets. Strong button. Pushback deactivates my aeroplane. Welcome Scotland, how you doing? Channel chat.
500.
Slight crosswinds now, 10 knots.
$100.
Flight slow.
30. 20. Retard.
Idle throttle. Reverse thrust sets. $100 knots. 80 knots. Reverse thrust idle. And vacates via Bravo. And there you have it. Welcome to Nuremberg. Now, hopefully you'll be able to taxi. Probably not though. Nope. Well. So, yeah, so unfortunately we're over to slew mode now. I'll just taxi slowly by this. Not how I want to do it, but like I say, I have no other option because the nose wheels have given up on us. So taxi to here, hold position, do a clean up, and then taxi again like this. Spot sound flaps up. Switch to landing lights off, taxi lights set, and AP we can start. Any stand, request taxi to gate. AP start. Ground shots from Nuremberg. Yeah, so basically each I've got my taxis that the nose wheel steering has been disconnected, so the nose wheel gear pin is in place from the pushback, but unfortunately it won't remove, so I'm literally stuck with a pin in place now for the rest of this flight. Right, stands 10 via mic 2. So grab the charts. We've got Bravo now, just here. Via mic 2, stands 10. Right, to the taxi. Yeah, so not how I want to do it, but it's my only option. On the other hand, pretty good sense line, I must admit. Right, for 10. This is 04. 10, 10. So they started at 11, didn't they, Eurowings? So yeah, we won next to them. 5, 6. Scenery's payware, aeroplane's payware, and then the ground handling will also be payware if that's still working. It's 9 and 10. Right, that'll do. Parking brake set. APU bead on. And engines off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Nuremberg. Our local time right now is coming up to 10 o'clock. Temperature at 20 degrees centigrade. We thank you for choosing British Airways. You have enjoyed the flights on board today, and we hope to see you fly this again in the very near future. Camera crew, let's hand doors and cross check, please. Welcome to Nuremberg. Right, we will kill the taxi lights, kill the beacon lights, and everything else just says it is for the remainder of the afternoon. So, ground crew now take care of the aeroplane. Turn it around for a return flight back to Heathrow. Won't do that tonight, so we'll do that later on over. But there we go. Welcome to Nuremberg. Is the jet bridge transparent? The answer is kind of. So we might see passengers popping out. Otherwise, the terminal itself has got unloaded passengers throughout. This is one of the better scenes in flight sim. This is the Captain 7 Aerosoft Nuremberg. We've got animated people throughout the terminal, detailed interior, and it's a very, very good scenery. Not an airport I fly to very often, I must admit, but honestly, if you're flying out in Nuremberg every so often, it's definitely worth picking up this. Let's grab a screenshot from the gates. Right, so I've got a replay recording as well, so don't get into it just yet. I'm sorry, this one. I've got a replay, so if you wish to watch the replay from the passenger's perspective, do stick around to the very end. We'll load up in just a couple of minutes. For now, from the aeroplane, looking at the cabin, everything's pretty good. Imagine disembarking. There we go, GSX having its thing. Right. Press GSX, open the flight. The 8942, A320 from Heathrow to Nuremberg. 1 minute 24 flight time, hand departure is 19, departed 10 minutes late, but we arrived with the flight adjustment ahead of schedule. 158 passengers, satisfaction at 78%, landing at 193, and I've got time 147. Other than that, passengers seem to be okay with the flights, and yeah, pretty positive all around. So I'll drop the flight report in chat if anybody wants to read it in detail. Reason this is not working. There we go. Maybe why the chat keeps looking me out every few seconds. Posting chats. Nice, yeah, here we go. This is the flight report, for those who want to read it in detail. Otherwise, we will go to GSX. Go to GSX. Distance from IVAO, thank you for the service today. Very good overall. And let's just reset the position. Panel states. Ready. Active. So reset the engines. And then we'll go for the replay through FlightControlReplay. Right, let's do, shall we? So, load A320 into Nuremberg. Right, so just from the passenger perspective, shall we? Go to sim settings, cabin lights, and begin to landing.
Too low.
So let's have a look from the passenger. I'll hide my face as well so you guys can enjoy the full view. This is landing from the right side. This is what's due to the terminal. And yeah, we did have to find a little crosswind in the end, but nothing too excessive, nothing that the aircraft can manage. Nice and steady. I'm sure if there are any locals to Nuremberg. It's probably quite accurate actually. And touchdown. Do the same from the left hand side perspective, so pause, bring it up to the air again, and view from the left. Nice and steady once again. Short final in. Let's bring it down for a touchdown. Right in the touchdown markers as well. That was a bang on landing. Right, let's do the same from landing gear perspective. Nice and steady approach in. Small adjustments to the crosswind. Not bad, Scotland. How are you doing? Welcome channel. Welcome to the chat. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. And then one more. Go onto the just the side of the runway. And be onto the touchdown markers, hopefully. A bit further on. There we go. That car comes in. A little bit of stability. And touchdown. So, yeah, I guess that's it. There we have it. First stream back. Hope you guys have many. I won't lie, I've missed this. I really have, but it is good to be back. It is good to be streaming again, and it's good to see that a lot of you guys have stuck around as well for the hiatus as well. Keep in the background, very good. Very good. So, fingers crossed tomorrow with another stream, if all goes to plan. Try to do it through the weekends, try and build up momentum again with the channel, and see where I end up for the end of June. Other than that, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like if you did, do subscribe if it's ready, thank you very much for watching, and all that there is for me to do is wish you a good end of your week. Take care, have a good one, and bye bye. It's good to be back, it really is.